Hello, hello, sober army. How are you? This is Craig Beck, the stop drinking expert and the author of Alcohol Lied to Me, a book that has helped hundreds of thousands of people to quit drinking. And if you would like a copy free of charge, then you can get one from the website, stopdrinkingexpert.com. Sign up for today's webinar, and the link is at the end of the webinar. All right. So today, let me ask you a question in the comments below, please. What is the biggest challenge of sobriety? What is the biggest trapdoor that is waiting for you when you either decide that you're going to quit drinking or you take that initial first step into sobriety? What is the thing that is most likely to trip you up? In the comment below, please. Now, one that I know comes up often and I wanted to talk about today was, how do you stay sober on vacation? And the reason I want to talk about it is I did a coaching session yesterday with a good friend of mine, Megan. She lives in the United States and she travels a lot. She's all over the place. I think she was in Portugal a few weeks ago, and next week she's in Spain. And she's made that decision that alcohol is more bad than good. But she still has that nagging sensation when she's in specific environments that she's missing out. And she said she found it tough when she was in Portugal because she was at dinner and she had a sparkling water or Coca-Cola, whatever she was drinking, and she was looking at the people on the other table. And she said she did feel jealous. There was a guy and he had a glass of red wine and he was swirling it like this, swirling it, checking the color, giving it a good sniff, checking the bouquet. Hollyhocks, lovely. And giving it the whole performance. And she said she did feel like, I'm sitting here with a glass of water. I'm missing out on that beautiful liquid that's so beautiful they have to hold it up to the light and examine it. What a load of horse shit. It's nonsense. You know what that is? That is theater. That is sleight of hand. That's all that is. That who really needs to check the color of wine? I mean, come on. Have you ever sent wine back because it's the wrong color? I mean, yeah, all right, if you order red and white comes, maybe. But if you've ordered a red wine and you're looking at it and you're going, yeah, I'm just not sure about the Pantone on this. This looks like it's slightly, I'm going to send this back if you don't mind. It's slightly off and it's slightly deeper than I expect. Nobody sends it back. What is this all about anyway? And then the sniff of it. Oh, this doesn't smell right. What? Come on. And the way they pour a little bit. You either drink the wine or you're an asshole and you send it back. Because I believe that the amount of people on planet Earth that can genuinely tell that a wine is corked is less than 0.1%. Most people haven't got a first clue. And the waiters know this, and you know this. And they pour that little bit of wine, and everyone in this deal knows it's bullshit. Everyone. You know it's bullshit. The waiter knows it's bullshit. Everyone knows. But we go through this performance of going, yes, that's very nice. Thank you. I approve. Very nice here. Shut up. You're a drug addict. That's all it is. Don't fall for this anymore. It's sleight of hand. All of this performance is to distract you from the continuous consumption of a highly addictive, deadly drug. It's like, look at my hands, look at my hands. Don't look at the fact that it's killing 3 million people. Look at my hands, I'm doing the swirl thing. Don't look at the fact that it raises cancer like 50, 60, 70%. Look at my hands, look at my hands. Don't look at the fact that I'm going to have a really blazing row with my wife or husband tonight because I drink too much of this. It's all sleight of hand. It's all garbage. And if you think about it, you wouldn't accept that behavior with any other substance, would you? Imagine you're with me, right? And I tell you at the start of the evening, I'm a Coca-Cola connoisseur. Yeah, I'm a connoisseur of the American champagne. Um, and when the Coca-Cola is brought to me, I spend a few minutes swirling it, going, "Yes, yes, 2025. It's a good year. A little taste. That's acceptable. Yes, please. I'll have that." You wouldn't think this guy's a real expert in Coca-Cola, would you? You'd think this guy's an idiot or this guy's mentally ill. There's something wrong with him. So we wouldn't accept that sort of behavior with any other substance. But for some reason, we've all collectively agreed that the performance distracts from the reality. And so that's okay. And when I said, there are only two types of people when it comes to tasting the wine, let me tell you about the second type. The first type is 99% of the public. They sit, they have a little tiny glass, they go, "Yeah, oh, yes, that's very nice, thank you." A little bit of a pause to pretend that you're considering it, but then, "Yes, that's very nice, thank you." Continue pouring. The second type of person is an asshole, or an arsehole, as we'd say in the UK. And my wife used to work for a billionaire, and he would be he was ordering like $1,000 bottles of wine, lowest price. Whenever he goes to a restaurant, when they bring that first glass and ask him to taste it, he always sends it back. It's a power thing. So he's ordered $1,000 bottle of wine. They bring it, they pour a little bit, he tastes it, and he says, "No, this is shit to me," and sends it back every single time. And the restaurants know that he is, he's probably turned up on his yacht that day. They know how much money he's got, so they tolerate this behavior. And they go, "Oh, we're very sorry about that, sir." And they bring another bottle. He tastes the second bottle, and it's fine. It's always the same routine. It's got nothing to do with the wine. It's about making a statement that I am the big cheese around here, and I expect to be treated in a certain way. In other words, an asshole. So, look, let's get this in perspective. You go on holiday, you see the performance, you feel jealous. You got to get this mindset right. You are not missing out on anything other than insanity. This performance is just the most ridiculous thing you will ever see. And when your thinking changes, you will start to laugh at it. You will find it hilarious. You will go to restaurants when you're on vacation and you will watch the people swirling their wine, and you will not be able to stop yourself laughing at them. It is the most ridiculous thing you will ever see. So, look, that's the first thing I wanted to say. Because Megan, in her coaching course, she specifically said, she saw the guy swirling the wine. She sort of kind of missed the theater of it. She's sitting there with a glass of water thinking, I'm feeling like I'm missing out. Honestly, you're not missing anything apart from stupidity. And it's really kind of silly to be jealous of stupid people. Now, I've just been to Las Vegas. I went for the Bitcoin conference, which was kind of meh. And I flew business class. And it's kind of fascinating. I was in the lounge. I was in the British Airways first lounge at Heathrow for about 3 hours before my flight. And I found it fascinating just to watch people, because it seems to me there are some people in the business class lounges who are actually on business and they're doing a bit of work. They talk loudly on their phones. You can spot them. But most people are in there because they have status with the airline and they're going somewhere nice. They're going somewhere on holiday or vacation. And these people, it seems to be their objective to get as much free alcohol in them as possible. It was like 8 a.m. and there was a guy pouring himself half a pint of whiskey because it's free. I mean, he must have been hammered before he got on the plane. And if he's flying business, you know that he's going to spend that whole flight trying to get as much alcohol in him as possible. And I sat there waiting for the flight to take off. And I was looking around, and you know when you get on the plane, they come down with the orange juice or champagne. Orange juice or champagne. I think maybe 90% of people take the champagne. But there are people, they're literally shaking in their seats. You can see them. They're sitting, they sit and they look like this. They're looking for the air hostess. They're looking for the champagne. And they're on edge and they can't sit still. And they don't relax until they see the air hostess coming towards them. And then, even then, they can't relax. They're panicking. They're panicking. They're thinking, there better not be just orange juice left. When she gets to me, if there's only orange juice left, I'm going to go absolutely crazy. And they get their champagne and they're happy until the plane takes off. And then they're watching the seatbelt sign. Come on, turn off. Turn off. Come on, turn off. Surely, it's 20 minutes. Come turn off. Turn off. And as soon as that seatbelt line goes off, they don't get up and go to the toilet. That's not why they want it to go off. They know that when that goes off, the trolley comes down. And now, that just seems to me to be a really horrible way to spend 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Constantly panicking and wondering, where's the drink? Where's the drink? Can I get another drink? Where is she? Ding, 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 ding. Can I have another drink, please? Oh, yeah, I've managed to get another one. That sounds like an awful time. That's not relaxing. That's just being on edge the entire time. And then you've had your pint of whiskey in the airport before you got on the plane. You've drank another 2 bottles of wine on the plane to prove a point. And then you got to stand in line for like 3 hours at the American border because for some reason they always have 25 counters and 2 staff working for some reason. I have no idea. It doesn't matter where you land in the United States. You're going to stand there for 2 hours. But imagine standing there for 2 hours with the worst hangover of your life. And all this before you get on vacation when you can really get started on the alcohol. Oh, it's exhausting, isn't it? Come on. See it for what it is. This is not a luxury. This is not a treat. You're not missing out on anything good. You're missing out on stress, anxiety, dependency, and something that's completely dominating your life. You know, if you've got a drinking problem, you go on vacation with your family, you're not really with your family. Maybe when you're sober, you're 50% with your family. But the other 50% of you is going, when can I have a drink? Where's the bar? Is the bar open yet? Is it too early? Can I have a drink now? Yeah, I'll be with you in a moment, kids. Where is that waitress? Where? I thought I saw us. I'm with you in a moment, darling. Where is that waitress? I want to get one of those cocktails. Then you get your drink and you drink the anesthetic. And now you're definitely not with your family. You kind of are in a zombified version, but not the real you, not the you that actually cares. You're just some sort of stupid monkey now. You're looking, your eyes are open, you're making noises, but dad's not really there, mom's not really there. You're just a stupid zombie on holiday. So let's go back to the start of the video. Staying sober on vacation, like anything else with this drug, it's a mindset thing. This is mindset. It's just your programming around this drug is wrong. That's all. Why don't you go and, if you really want to relax on vacation, go and take some heroin. Go and find a dealer, go back to your sun lounger and find a vein and hit some heroin up there. You'll feel really relaxed. I mean, man, you're going to chill out so good. Why you don't do that? Because you don't believe it's a benefit. In fact, you believe it would be a terrible thing to do while on vacation with your children and your wife and your husband or whatever. You think taking heroin would be irresponsible and just make you a bad person. Because your programming is perfectly correct around this drug. But for some reason, you're programming around alcohol because you can buy it in Walmart and because it sponsors the Super Bowl, because the government say it's okay. Your programming around alcohol is wrong. It's inverted. It's the opposite of what it should be. It is not a good thing to be drinking a drug in front of your children when you're supposed to be on vacation with them. And the fact that the government says it's okay depends on whether you think the government are idiots or intelligent people. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't trust any government around the world to find their arsehole with both hands. They are the epitome of incompetence and corruption. I don't care where you go. I'm talking about United States, United Kingdom, Europe, Germany, anywhere you go. Governments are corrupt and incompetent. They are useless. And their endorsement of this drug means nothing. The endorsement of an idiot is worthless. So, look, that's my thoughts on it. Staying sober on vacation is not the big deal that you worry it is. It isn't. It's just mindset. It's all mindset, I promise. Thanks so much. Don't forget, comment below. What's the biggest challenge for you staying sober? And if you want a copy of my book, go to the website, stopdrinkingexpert.com.